All right, we're live. This is Lakers Digital Daily. McGee from SP. Ooh, Lakers. What can I say? Okay, this is a testament to poor roster collection over the years. Now I understand the Luka Doncic trade. I don't understand what you took back. You took back two veterans in Kleber and Morris. You used neither, and then not that they weigh in the deal, but they did weigh if you had short term expectations, and you did. So they were important to take back in the deal. Why they weren't or not playing at this time is ridiculous, and it has nothing to do with flow or scheme. Morris is a stretch. Kleber's a stretch. Kleber's hurt. All right, Kleber's hurt. Why Vanderbilt didn't play has to be about shooting, which means Vanderbilt's done in LA, which means he was a wasted asset. He should have been dealt in at the trade deadline. Poor roster collection. Jackson Hayes, you continue to start this young man. You play him 6 minutes. I understand. Take him out, but we can't shove him to the bottom of the bench. He doesn't play anymore. He should be reinserted. He should not have not started the second half. You were down 3 points. He did nothing to cause whatever you felt the direction the team was going in. He's only playing 6 minutes. Minnesota doesn't think too highly of Rudy Gobert. He is at times a liability, but he is still part of the game. Does he close the game ever? No. So poor roster collection. We're going to go into the fourth era of this Pantheon superstar. And do we have the right people to control and to make the roster? Palinka's been promoted. I really want to know who's taking over in regards to a lot of the duties that he shouldn't be solely in charge of. Who's in charge of scouting? Who's in charge of development? Where are the Luka guys? We need lob threats. We need wing defenders. We need spacers. We need a little give me the ball, I can handle it point guard who can break the press. Dennis Schroeder, I wish you were with us today in many days in these battles, but you're not. You're in Detroit. The roster just needs to be catered around Luca. If there is a LeBron reunion next year, LeBron should not have to work for the ball. LeBron should be able to have the ball spoon fed to him. He's 40, going on 41. We need to be spoon feeding this man the ball. There needs to be time with the ball spoon fed to Luca. Luca and LeBron are great interior scorers, but they're having to work too hard to get the interior shots. A big issue yesterday. Okay. And we talk about Lakers Digital Daily. Um, so where and how is LeBron and Luca scoring? Um, what is really the way they can score? Because we all are tired of the 3 point. So we look at it, 21 points in the paint for LeBron, 25 for Luka. Luka's scoring. He's working so hard for it. The Wolves have been very good in transition defense against LeBron. Um, the Wolves have just beaten them, even in game two. The Wolves scored 56 points in the paint. The Lakers had 26. And that's the game the Lakers won. Um, this is a lot about physicality, athleticism, and being beat to the punch. If the Lakers don't figure that out, next game they're going to be beaten. Okay, so they got to figure that out soon. They got to figure out what they want to do, how they want to do it. You got to get into the offense and make plays. Are you going to make a lot of shots? No, there's not a lot of shot makers on the team, and that's nothing personal. And that's definitely nothing that Rob Pelinka should be taking personal. We need to get shooters. We need to get playmakers on the court and on the roster. Um, you made some moves. You know, I have no problem with Finney Smith, but Finney Smith should not and should not believe he should play a whole half. A situational player like Jackson Hayes shouldn't be hard to make him into a situational player for you, JJ. You got to make Jackson Hayes do certain things and take certain fouls, keep his head up, get him out the game, put him near the coaching staff, not at the end of the bench. Things I noticed. You know, I noticed Jackson because he's the type of player that knows he's limited. But if his confidence, if his coach is not there, he's no good to the team. And you need him. You need your five. You need more minutes from him. You need 3 minutes. You need two more fouls. He's not even fouling out. He had two fouls, and that's ridiculous. That's four fouls we're not getting. That's 3 or 4 fouls we can get from Marquise Morris, and a little agitation. Put Marquise in there. You stretch out, hit a couple threes. You never know. He did it in the bubble, and he was washed in. You got to do it. You got to try it, and that's what the Lakers aren't doing. That's because they don't know what their roster is. They don't really know how far that can go. And I think Pelinka sometimes thinks like an agent too much. He needs to remember he needs to think like a GM. He needs to deliver. Because you can talk about all this extension stuff. We'll still call for his job unless he delivers. Don't forget that. I'm not worried about any extension you trying to get that boy. We want his ass to deliver and to deliver now. Okay? So I just hope everybody understands. It ain't gonna be how they think it's gonna be. They're gonna make it the way we want it to be. Lakers in 7. Bitch.